All right, so we got the bed liner put in. Looks pretty good. What they did do that I didn't particularly like was they took all these little caps off and sprayed a thin layer inside all of these little holes. I guess to make it match and make it look good, but just like they did with the box link, I think they actually took it completely off and sprayed inside. But anyway, that made for a challenge of getting the gooseneck ball to go back in, but I got it eventually. They took these bolts out throughout the entire bed and sprayed it. They said that the reason they did that is because, you know, if you ever need to take these out, if they're sprayed over, you're basically never getting them out. So I didn't really particularly like the look, but you know, I could always take and put some black paint on it later. It's fine. But you can see maybe where they just kind of barely wrap it around. They did the tailgate too. It makes that noise, and I'll show you why it's making that noise right here. I don't know what exactly this is, but as you can see, it's rubbing against where they've installed the liner. And it just makes a little noise because it's sticking to the liner. The liner's still a little sticky. But yeah. Overall, I'm not upset with it. I like it. Oh, they put a thing there. Thompson's. That's the name of the company that did it. But the bed liner was only half of what they did. They also installed my air tank here. Now that's just an outlet. The tank is under the truck. I'll try to show it to you here because it is a mess. So it's under the tank, the tire here, and I'm gonna have to go under deeper just to see it. All right, so up at the front there is the tank, and here is one of the pumps right in here. Really hard to see. Very well tucked away and kept from, you know, getting dirty. I don't know. You know, you don't have any kind of debris or rocks or whatever kicking up and hitting it because it's hidden under the tire. So now one thing we'll talk about is the wiring, because I wasn't entirely happy with how it was wired. You know, I told you that we wanted to keep the horn here, which it is. As you can see, I've got it flipped on. And then the two pumps on these two. The problem with that is, I guess whenever I bought the kit, it only had one pressure sensor. And it's a 165 ohm, 200 off pressure sensor. So, being I want these wired separately, they didn't put the second one on a pressure sensor. So when you click it on, it stays on until you click it back off. So I just don't even turn it on because there's no point in letting it run beyond 200 PSI. The tank is only designed for 200 PSI. This is a pressure sensor, and I went ahead and bought two more because this is a 145 on, 175 off. Pretty sure that's how it works. And I don't know the first thing about wiring it. I didn't install the tank, so I don't know how they did it, but I'm going to take this back to them on Tuesday, go ahead and have them put a new pressure switch on tank or pump number 2, and then a new replace the pressure switch for pump number 1, so that they'll both be at 175. I don't see any reason why I would ever need more than 175 PSI. The horns that I had installed are best operating at 150 PSI. So right now they're going at 200. That's a little overkill.